Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Kameel Majdali.
We've been getting our mind around Europe, its formation, its Christian heritage, and of more recent times, significant events like the Brexit that affect the European Union and affect, of course, the British people. We've been talking about this the last couple of segments. Kameel, what are the reasons in your mind that the British voted to leave the EU?
This is what I've pieced together, both from my own study and dialoguing with British people and also visiting Britain, which I do a lot. A few things. First of all, as I said in another segment, this was democracy at work. Whenever there's an issue that's that fundamental to a nation, don't treat it like routine legislation. Let the people decide. Hence, that's why we have referenda. And it's very interesting that it's usually conservatives, I may be wrong here, but conservatives seem to be favorable to democracy and referenda, and those that are not conservative seem to resist them. That's the first thing. Second thing has to do with economics. Britain was sending £13.5 billion sterling a year to Brussels. They were told that this was a discounted rate. They should be paying $18.5 billion. They had no say in how the money was spent, and they only got back a paltry $4.5 billion to spend on things in Britain. They even got a bonus invoice they were not expecting out of Brussels simply because their economy was doing better than everyone expected. That did not go over too well. Immigration was another issue. Britain is a migrant country. I don't think they have any problem with sustained, manageable migration where people come in, they fit, they integrate, everybody wins. When it comes to uncontrolled or illegal immigration, especially en masse, as they saw in 2015 on the continent, then they sat back, were in shock horror and said, look, this could happen to us too. There were sovereignty issues, Neil, because it's estimated that only 41% of laws operative in Britain today come out of Westminster, and 59% of laws coming into Britain are from Brussels, not from elected representatives within Britain. And even those laws are done by the 28 unelected European commissioners. That in itself is a major issue. And then the other issue had to do with identity, because Britain basically felt it was pushed in a corner. They were called small-minded little Englanders. They were told that their glory days were finished. They should repent of their colonial past. They should just pay up and get on with the European program. And basically they were told, you are no different or better than any of the other 27 countries of the EU.
Kameel, the idea of economic stability, the idea of defence capability, those are admirable and those are what a combined cooperation can do. But there was no limitation, there was no constraint on that. And therefore, I guess Brits reacting to all of these other issues that were eating away at their culture, eating away at their day-to-day life, eating away even at faith foundations.
I think that basically enough is enough. And there were many things that were done and said, even in the recent period leading up to the referendum. And the Brits voted to leave, and their Prime Minister, Mrs. May, decided to facilitate that very outcome.
Faith and the Future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Kameel Majdali from Teach All Nations. Find articles, videos and podcasts from Dr. Kameel, plus today's and other episodes of Faith and the Future in the Vision app or at vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.